Hello YouTube, this is Chris Baker Paranormal Services. Today's video is going to be on Jill Stein and all this corruption bullshit, false flags that keep popping up. First they tried with, smearing Trump's name. That didn't work. Then they with paid actors and shit like that. Then they went to the protesters. That didn't work. Then they went to the, paying people off Craigslist and shit like that. That didn't work. They tried smearing him with emails that were proven by the FBI as wrong. They had nothing to do with business with the overseas. They weren't like Clinton's emails. Then they tried which they tied into with the protesters to do the Cali exit. And then a few other states wanted to jump on board, like Texas supposedly and shit like that. And now they are trying to recount 3 swing states that was very important and crucial to the win of the election. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. 3 key states that were needed to win the election. And now they're trying to overthrow those now they're trying to say they were hacked by the Russians. I've got proof them saying that, thinking it was hacked by the Russians. And I've also got proof they were never connected to the internet. Even the ones like in Pennsylvania that were machines never connected to the internet, so they couldn't have been hacked. Anybody knows that you have to have both devices connected to an internet source, Wi-Fi or landline, to hack somebody. You can't hack over nothing. It's not possible. Also, if you see me live streaming and something looks weird, let me know, because YouTube live streamed me again today without my knowledge. Luckily, I caught it fast enough and I deleted it. And I've taken the stream key off my OBS. So hopefully that stops it. But yeah, YouTube is streaming without my permission. Anyway, so this is Jill Stein before the election results. This is when she was still running for president as well. She was one of the little small people. And this is what she has to say about Trump and Hillary. Listen real carefully.
With you with your question, Steve.
Yes, so, Steve, it's really important to look at where we're going. It's not just a moment in time, but where has this strategy of voting for the lesser evil taken us? All the reasons you were told to vote for the lesser evil over the last 10 or 12 years, because you didn't want the expanding wars, you didn't want the meltdown of the climate, you didn't want the offshoring of our jobs, or the attack on immigrants, or the massive bailouts for Wall Street. That's actually what we've gotten, by the droves, because we as public interest allowed ourselves to be silent and voted for the lesser evil. But the lesser evil doesn't solve the problem. The Obama administration, even with 2 houses of Congress, actually did all of these things that were, as bad as George Bush in the case of climate, blew the roof off of fossil fuel emissions. Yeah, all of the above gave us some renewable energy, but it completely amplified and intensified fossil fuel production, which has been incredibly destructive to the climate. The wars have gotten bigger. We're now bombing 7 countries. It's really important to look at not just the rhetoric here, but actually look at the track record. And the reality is the lesser evil and the greater evil is a race to the bottom. And even Donald Trump and the right-wing extremism grows out of the policies of the Clintons, in particular NAFTA, which sent our jobs overseas, and Wall Street deregulation, which blew 9 million jobs up into smoke. So that's what's creating this right-wing extremism. A vote for Hillary Clinton isn't going to fix it. And one last point, which is this, that
A vote for Hillary Clinton would not fix it. But now she's campaigning and raising all kinds of money to check the so-called hacked systems in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, they can't even talk, and Michigan. But she's saying a vote for Hillary wouldn't be a good thing.
That it's now Hillary Clinton who wants to start an air war with Russia over Syria by calling for a no-fly zone. We have 2,000 nuclear missiles on hair-trigger alert, and Mikhail Gorbachev, the former premier of the Soviet Union, is saying we are closer to a nuclear war than we have ever been. Under Hillary Clinton, we could slide into nuclear war very quickly from her declaring.
So you're saying, Jill, that you're okay with that. You're okay with us being under Clinton and a nuclear war possibly breaking out. Is that what you're telling us? Because that's what it sounds like.
Policy in Syria. So I won't sleep well at night if Donald Trump is elected, but I sure won't sleep well at night if Hillary Clinton is elected. Fortunately, we have another choice other than these two candidates who are both promoting lethal policies. But on the issue of war and nuclear weapons and the potential for nuclear war, it's actually Hillary's policies, which are much scarier than Donald Trump, who does not want to go to war with Russia. He wants to seek modes of working together, which is the route that we need to follow.
See, this is why my grandma used to always say, you don't go off what somebody says, you go off their actions. She was speaking this during election time, and then now she's trying to get Hillary into office. She's trying to overthrow the election results, which is stupid, and get Hillary into office, which isn't going to happen. Okay, so we got ABC here. The campaign of the Green Party candidate Jill Stein surpassed the goal late Thursday night, raising $4.5 million. That's a lot. In an attempt to have recounts of the three battleground states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, to address concerns about the election before it's certified. But once the $4.5 million goal was reached, the campaign upped the goal to $7 million. It's a lot of money, people. Stein also and her running mate initially said they hoped to raise over $2.5 million. The money needed to be fund recounts in the three states. By Friday, the deadline filed in Wisconsin. By Thursday morning, the goal was met with more than 2.6 million. See, so the 2.5 was already reached, and then they jumped it up to 4, and then they jumped it up to 7. And as of 11:30 p.m. Eastern Thursday, almost $5 million had to be raised according to the campaign. However, the campaign said the purpose of filing for a recount is more than the results of this one election. And it's more about protecting the democracy, ensuring voters can have confidence in reported results. We can't have confidence in reported results, whether it's from the mass media or people like you. These people are idiots, people. Come on. And if it was for this reason and not if it was trying to be fair, why would you only go the three swing states that are needed to get Hillary in office and not go after the ones that Hillary won? Here's let's see here, where they're blaming Russia for the hacks on her emails. U.S. security officials believe the hacks of the emails was orchestrated by the Russian hackers. Really? Really? They got this whole demand recount thing on Twitter. This is ridiculous. And then here's Dr. Jill Stein. Breaking, we have filed in Wisconsin. Recounting 2016 will begin next week. Volunteers to help. I ain't gonna volunteer to help the bitch. Okay, then you got Pennsylvania here. A nightmare scenario would be in Pennsylvania if Pennsylvania decided the election and it was very close, you would have no paper records to do a recount, said Lawrence, Deputy Director, Justice Democracy Program, co-authored last year of a report on the risk posed by old voting machines. Okay, and if you go down here, Gerald Fraser Jr., Election Director, agrees the older voting machines are not sophisticated. They cannot be hacked, he said, because they will never connected to the internet. Then the next line down, they asked, could Russians hack our website on election night? He said yes, but nearly 500 voting machines across the county would be untouched and their voted tallies unaffected, he said. So, as you see, Pennsylvania wasn't hooked to the internet on their voting machines, so it couldn't have been hacked. So why are they wanting to recount them? Michigan. We are an entire paper and optic scan state. Thomas told on Wednesday nothing is connected to the internet. Our Michigan is not connected to the internet either for their voting machine. Now Clinton's backing it. She's behind it now. Of course she is. Go ahead and pause that and read it. I'm not going to read it out. Okay. This is how they're going to do it here. They're going to do it with the absentee ballots. That's how they're going to do it. And I think that's why they're raising so much money, is so they could afford to make these absentee ballots and get people to count them. Absentee ballots don't get counted at first because they are damaged or had extra marks on them. See, that's how I think they're going to try. That's how they're going to try to do it, because these three key states are not tied to the internet. They're voting machines, so they can't be hacked. They can't be rigged like the other ones can, which have been proven that they could have been and that they were. But these three key states are not connected to the internet. So other than throwing away ballots or not counting the ballots, there's no way it could have been hacked or rigged by the Russians or anybody else. So there you go, YouTube. There's my outtake on it and what I think. This is what I keep saying and what I keep preaching, is this fight's not over yet. If you're on the Trump train, don't jump off the Trump train. Stay on it. See where the ride goes. Let him get into office. See, he's already starting to he's already keeping his promises to what he said he was going to do, to certain extents, because he's smart. He's playing it to wait until he gets in so they don't rock the boat too much to try to keep him out with shit like this. But he's already doing major key things to, you know what I mean, to show us that he's going to keep his word. The stocks jumped through the roof the next day after Trump got elected. Okay? Just one of the things. But, I mean, he's keeping his word. And this scaring the shit out of the Democrats and the libertards and the powers that be. And so they're trying to do everything they can, because they're seeing, oh shit, we can't buy him out. He just wasn't talking shit to get in. He actually means this stuff. So anyway, rate, comment, subscribe. Sorry it took so long for me to get this video up. Use all my links if you're on the laptop or computer, very right top hand corner. After you hit the subscribe button, make sure you follow my links there, or use my links if you're on a laptop or a tablet. Go to the About Me after you hit the subscribe button and the like button. Scroll down and all my links are there. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.